Alright guys, welcome to part 2 of the ranked jungle series for Shaco. Me again, StickyRice as usual. I'm sorry if part 1 cut off abruptly. There was a problem with the recording on the video. So as a result, at the end of part 1 I was level 7, now I'm level 9. I was on 3 kills, 1 death and 3 assists. Now I'm on 3 kills, 1 death, 4 assists, so I was involved in another fight while it wasn't recording for some reason. But moving on, top, Gangplank managed to still get a kill on Xin Zhao, even though there was 2 of them. Poor, really poor, especially when there's a support there as well, unbelievable. But yeah, this is where it starts, where the game starts becoming a little bit more upbeat, more active is the word, I think. Yeah, but remember what I said in the first part about they have no jungler, no one touching their jungle. Well, here we go, it's all mine, and I'm taking all the treasure now. It's great. It was a really good feeling knowing that I won't have another jungler on my back, or my team won't be ganked by another jungler, and it's really safe feeling. And Wriggles actually proves to be doing a very good job. So I know I contradicted myself in the first game, in the first series, sorry. But hey, I mean that was for normal games. This is for ranked. It's different. This is more secure, but more slow in terms of damage output, because I know it's a really good balance of loads of different stats. But the problem is, the build that I use in normal games is a lot more risky and dangerous. But the great thing is, I get so much damage output out of it early to mid game, and then late game I end up basically becoming a carry, as you'll see in this one. That it completely negates it, really. There's less hard damage output when you build Wriggles. I noticed. I can't exactly explain why, but I can tell you that's what it is. Anyway, back to the point. There we go. Xin Zhao decides to come in mid. Lucky I was in that bush actually, otherwise Veigar might have got screwed. Put down a box, standard procedure when you're escaping. And Veigar decides to go in, and I was thinking to myself, actually I don't have that much HP and I've got low mana, so yeah, there we go. It's a shame that Xin Zhao flashed out of that dark matter actually, because if he took that we would have been able to kill him, because Veigar by this point had a lot of AP actually. And yeah, there we go. And Garen gets very fed as well, I forgot to mention. I mean, he was building tank, but he was getting so fed, and it was becoming so easy for him that he wasn't building full tank. He had an infinity edge, if I remember correctly, which actually made me laugh because he was doing so much damage with it. And there we go. Veigar's just saying, "Go to your lanes. I want my experience." He was actually getting quite pissed off actually. Anyway, I see bottom. Look at Nasus. Look at Nasus. If Soraka was going AP, I think Nasus would have actually died there. Almost certainly. You'd never underestimate AP Soraka. She is quite dangerous. Ever since they remade her, anyway. There we go. Stopped them escaping, and then got a kill on Nasus, and then Soraka stole my kill. No, I'm joking. She deserved that, really. Did well, holding bottom lane. And I wanted to take the bottom turret, and I can't remember correctly if I did or not. Oh well, that's not the point. Anyways, I ward that bush with Wriggles, just in case anyone comes along. Not that I'd have that much of a problem anyway, but you know, it's a standard procedure. As a jungler, Shaco player, as any elusive character like as Shaco, you have to get into the habit of checking your corners. You know, sounds cheesy, but think like one. You know, think like a Shaco. I'm not telling you to have a twisted, sick mind, but you know, ward those corners, put boxes there. And I was wrong. I Yeah, I did get the turret. Yeah, always ward those corners if you have wards or wriggles, or put the boxes there. And when you're escaping, always put the box in front of you, so that by the time that person catches up with you with that box, the box is already in stealth and ready to jump on them and fear them. So there we go. I get my red again. And the great thing is, this team that I'm playing on, it's such a fine balance. You know, I'm a Shaco, I'm a jungler, and I'm a ganker, but eventually, late game, you'll see that I look like a carry. I'll look like a carry. It's quite ridiculous. You know, you'll see me critting like 1,000 and things like that. There we go. Nasa's got obliterated, and that's what I mean by a blasters ganking. Not ganking, sorry, completely opposite. Feeding. I think end of the game he gets something like 0-15 something. Oh, I don't know. Again, I'm quite lucky that, that they have a bad team. There we go. Two of them decided to come along. They didn't realise I was actually there until I decided to initiate on Sona. And then they start opening on me, but then Sinzo gets scared because Gangplank, Loraka and Garen comes along. Caitlyn comes in from the side, but she doesn't actually do anything. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't even scratch us. When I looked at loading screen, I was thinking, oh, Caitlyn in ranked never means anything good, because Caitlyn in ranked is always usually good for them. And I hate her. Absolutely hate her. In fact, I hate her so much that I wish that she would just get banned every game, but obviously that's a stupid idea because there's more important people to ban. And there we go, initiate another fight, massacre, and Veigar got the kill, which I threw my dagger on. So that's another assist. Oh yeah, by the way guys, sorry if I'm talking if I sound a bit weird, I'm a bit nasal today. A little bit ill. But anyway. Yeah, Veigar gets really fed, and plus the fact that he excels against AP. His ulti is absolutely ridiculous, insane, and the fact that he was laning against AP in mid anyway was enough to make Lux. I don't know, if I was Lux, I'd cringe, just simply because of the fact that Veigar's got that ridiculous ulti in his hands. Unbelievable. I'll go back, I've got 1.5k gold, so I get my Zeal. And you see again, I'm rushing Phantom Dancer like I did in the last game, after Wriggles obviously. This is what I mean by this less damage output, because by now I would have had a BF sword with my Phantom Dancer and mobility boots. Whereas in this game, I've got a Wriggles, mobility, boots and Zeal, and a couple of wards which I hang on to, always. So obviously damage output is reduced by around about 40 attack damage for about 6 minutes, which can be very vital, you know, that 6 minutes with extra attack damage can be very vital, because those crits make all the difference. There we go, get the kill, but I died again unnecessarily. And do you remember in my last series that I said the amount of times I've been killed by Lux's laser? It's ridiculous. Well, look at the irony here, I've just got killed by one. Silly bitch. Don't like Lux, just never did. Never did. But learning how to play against her is probably one of the best things I've ever done. There we go, Veigar, as you can see, evidence of his being fed. I mean, it's not the best amount of damage, but it's a healthy amount of damage. And his own mid-laning opponent as well. And you notice, I'm level 12. I'm above everyone else in level, apart from Soraka. I'm even above mid, which is supposed to be the case when you're playing as Jungle Shaco and you're planning on dominating in the game, because to be able to do that you really do need that level advantage, because you focus on leveling your E-dagger, and when you focus on leveling your dagger, obviously the higher level it is, the more damage it does, and that's the most important thing. You need to do that damage. You really need to deal that damage. In fact, the dagger doesn't even actually do very well with attack damage anyway, only with AP. But anyway, this will be it for part 2. I'll see you guys in part 3. Thank you very much.